It's a perfect day for a garden tour. Hi friends, welcome back to Bucket List Homestead. And it's not very warm today. It's about 70. It feels amazing. The last week or few days or so of being over 100 was just too much for me. And it's not too sunny out, so I'm not blinded. It is, however, very loud. So I'm gonna get the front of the garden done before get that over with so I can go where it's a little bit quieter. So I thought I'd just bring you out. I will say the heat, the garden has loved the heat. The humans may not have so much, but the garden. So I thought I'd bring you out to our front where we've planted a few new things and show you how they're doing. So this is going to be a lot more peonies eventually, but I got 2 peony plants from Walmart that were clearanced, and I actually have a bunch of peony bulbs, roots, whatever you call them, that I'm going to be planting over my fall garden for next spring. But for now, yeah, so these, I can't wait to see those bloom next year. So we got that going. Our, what did we call these again? These are called dapple willows. They are starting to get their red tips, and I think they're doing pretty well. We've got 3 of them. And my boxwood's doing amazing. Our 1-seeder that survived from last year, and our juniper has little blueberries on it. Actually, let's go check them out. Don't mind this mess here. This is all got to get redone. Oh, yep, there they are. They're starting to come out. You can see that one right there. My rose bush is beautiful. The last 2 years I have harvested from this, I think at least 5 times. I am going to come out and get some more, including, oh, it looks like my little yellow one. This is the best, this one. This one struggled the last couple years, but I think I finally, oh, I got to come out and weed. But it's finally starting to take off. I've harvested from that a few times too. Our apple trees, this one especially, had quite a few blossoms on it this year. So I really was hoping we were going to get some apples, but I don't see any little baby apples, so I guess not. And our 2 cherry trees, they're growing, but still no fruit. And here's some more apple tree, or rose bushes rather, in here. But elderberries, they don't disappoint. Got a few flowers left, but for the most part, we are getting our berries started. So almost every one of them has berries on them. And it is loaded this year. I thought last year I had a lot. It is loaded this year. Wow. Look at them. There's so many. Oh my gosh, over here it's loaded with berries. Oh, a couple more weeks and we'll be harvesting from them. And again, this is my disaster. This was supposed to be all lilies. It just has not had the love it should. I got lilies growing. I'm planning on digging this all up in the fall and replanting them all. And what I'm standing on was supposed to be my pumpkin patch. That didn't work. We're hoping to do that next year. I guess I gotta harvest some rhubarb. And in here I planted a bunch of sunflowers and oh, what else did I throw in here? I think some aster seeds, which I think are not good seeds because they're not coming up. They didn't come up for me in the house either when I was trying to get them to grow this spring. Over here, we got some weeds. We got a blueberry or tomato plant, but my morning glories are starting to grow up. This is that corn that I planted, the gem corn, and it's doing well. While I'm here, I might as well pull a few weeds, right? Weeds, weeds, weeds. And I have sweet peas also planted in between. That's a weed. The morning glories, but they don't seem to be doing so well. I wonder if something's eating them. I don't really have this fenced off at all. I get tired of all the fencing. And another tomato bush I had extra, so I planted it over here. That's a echinacea. I don't know if it's really gonna do anything right here. None of my echinacea did well that I grew from seed myself. So we'll see. Oh, more sweet peas. You look a little better than the other ones. Oh, that's a big one. Garlic. I'm hoping I can harvest this soon. I noticed one batch of leaves on the bottom. Oh, and over there, some of them are too. Might be pulling them. I did pull one, but it was still too soon. All the scapes have been harvested. Oh, wait, nope. I have a scape left, okay? It escaped me. Sorry. Oh, and there's another one. Gosh, just when you think you got them all. So, hopefully, because my plan is to put garlic in here. Or, yes, garlic is in here, Lynn. Carrots. I plan to put some carrots in here soon. Like, very soon. So, hopefully, there's another one. Hopefully, this will be ready to harvest soon. I think that's the rest of them. So, I got 3 more. Remember, we planted loofah here. That's not loofah anymore. That is pickling cucumbers that I'm growing just to eat fresh. Looks like I got a lot of flowers, so that's good. Yeah, hopefully they'll go up this trellis. I bought these as starts. The loofah died. I just think our weather was way, way too cold for them. And then I threw some nasturtiums in there and a whole bunch of zinnias. Just because my original plan was to have this great big huge thing here, including where the wagon is, all my flower bed. But that didn't happen because we had to pick and choose what got done and what didn't. Over here in the big barrel, I have sunflowers. I cannot for the life of me remember the name of them right now. I've got some zinnias and some weeds, yay, growing up in here. So they're starting to take off. My comfrey is going to bloom soon. Over here, more nasturtiums, and that's a weed. So we're just going to pull this out of here. Go into the garden, we'll just come over here. This isn't doing so well. This was, if I remember correctly, Christmas lima beans or something like that. I don't think the drainage was very good in this, and it got too much rain and just when I would water. So I got one lone one coming up. But over here we're doing well. Got lots of beans coming. Herb garden. Now, this was amazing at one point. My lime balm, my lemon balm, my chocolate mint, my apple mint. But if you see, a lot of it got this rust fungus because I let it go too long and didn't harvest it. So it's right there. Perfect. So I had to chop it all back so it can grow healthier, and it looks like it is. My bee balm is just exploded with this heat. That's marshmallow growing there. That's sage, also had the rust fungus on it. Stinging nettle, which I need to harvest soon. One lavender plant is actually, I think I'm actually going to get lavender, friends. That will be the first time. I've tried growing lavender for years. That one doesn't look like it's doing so great. But we got one. And then counting the one I planted here, it's doing good. And then we have some thyme and rosemary, which I need to harvest. And I see I have some chamomile. Yay! I'll pick that in just a minute. Chamomile. And more chamomile getting ready to bloom. So happy to see it, considering last year I had no chamomile. Nothing germinated last year. And I have another calendula getting ready to bloom. I already picked one. And this over here is calendula. And this here, right through here, is calendula. So, and more chamomile. Again, this got a lot of that fungus, so I had to chop it all back. So I gotta wait for my oregano patch, again, those two to grow. chives, which I've already harvested, and some more thyme that's coming over there. That I was able to harvest. I have to show you my mullein plants. Are these not? This thing is huge. Oh, I have more mullein flowers I need to harvest too to make my mullein oil. Sugar rather, for cough syrup. But I got 2 and then a baby one. Don't know if I'll get anything out of the baby one, but definitely can get some of these. Where are we here? And my hanging pots are doing so beautifully. I actually got those for free, these 2 pots, at PV, which used to be Tractor Supply here. They were going to throw them all away if no one took them. So I took them and they're growing. So I got quite a few flowers. I have a few pots of them around. And we also got a boxwood little bush. I don't know if that's going to survive. I'm looking at it. It looks pretty dead up in the yard, but we'll see. But we didn't pay anything for it. So, okay, let's go into the garden. Look at the lettuce patch, friends, and celery. I actually had a wonderful salad from this last night for supper. I'm going to have one for lunch. It was amazing. Celery's looking great. And there's some beans in there too, but just taking all that green. And we have onions in here growing with some weeds. I plucked them all out of there. You never know it. They'll be ready probably soon. Look at the tomatoes over here. They have loved the heat the last few days, and I've got bean flowers. Hello, bean flowers. Look at ya. These weren't here 2 days ago. So lots of, oops, well, that's gone. And I got some lovage in there. I ate some yesterday. It does taste like celery. Sorry for the noise, folks. I don't know what is with all the big trucks today. You wouldn't think on a Wednesday morning it would be that busy. More beans growing here, and I need to plant some more actually, and onions. This is my orange pepper patch. So yeah, I was saying in my live today how I really think the weather has stunted their growth. They're not very tall, but I am getting peppers on the other one anyway. Over here, one of my stacker pots. I've harvested from this several times. We're going to have a calendula bloom in there soon. But I've harvested from there several times. I got more basil growing there. Looks like I need to harvest my fenugreek. I planted different herbs in here, and I cannot for the life of me remember which one. So I'm not really picking anything out of here till it really gets growing. That I know is clover. That's not. But yeah, so we're going to wait and see what I got growing. I know I planted more basil. I think more lime balm. Kale. Wow, do I got to pick some kale. And I've been picking it. And then more onions. This is my Canada crookneck squash. And look, yay! And that's growing up. I actually cheated and we zip tied it to this. And there's a tomato plant growing there. And in back I have more onions and lots of weeds. More onions. More onions. Another, Canada crookneck squash blossom. Lots of tomatoes. I have really got to come out here and stake them. This has been a bit of a disappointment. My strawberries that I paid a good amount for. I think maybe 3 I might have that's made it out of 10, 20. I think I planted 40 altogether. But nothing in here is growing at all. I've harvested from this several times. Lots of lime balm. Lots of cilantro. Some lemon basil. Oh, got some more I can harvest. Sage. Here I harvested some cilantro. I harvested some sage. This is my stevia. I really got to do something with you. A lot of mint that was in here. These tomatoes are loving these pots. They're growing. This does not have the greatest drainage at all. I'm kind of worried actually whether these onions are going to make it or not. I have to dump out the water daily from when I water. So don't have a lot of hopes for them. Way too much water. More beans. Yes, we eat a lot of beans, so I grow a lot of beans. This is new that I did a couple weeks ago. I figure I might as well use this shelf. So we've got basil going. We've got columnar basil growing. Some more basil. Again, some of these were going to get thrown away at Peavy, so I took them. So this golden thyme is not doing so great, but I don't think it has great drainage. I'm going to drill some more holes in that. And here's some peppers. These are starting to turn color. I might pick this one and let it come in the house and turn color because I don't want it to rot. More onions. That's one orange pepper. These are all red peppers. And it's coming. Quite a few of them. Look at them. Yay! So the pepper patch is doing so-so. Can't get over these tomatoes. So things are definitely growing. This heat has helped. I hope we have a warm fall so I can get more bang for my buck, so to speak, with this, because I feel like it's just now really producing, and it's maybe 2-3 weeks behind, I find, for some things, and then other things are right on time. So now I'm really curious about our established apple trees that were here when we bought the house. We thought they were killed 2 years ago when we had the really bad gypsy moss here. Oh, they were horrible. And the trees just, we thought they were dead. We really did. But we noticed our tree on the side of the house is loaded with apples. We don't know what kind of apples these are. We're assuming there's some kind of Granny Smith because they never have turned red. But, oh, something's been eating them. I bet you Mama Deer. Can you see? Up here, look, we've got apples. So I guess it's not dead, but I don't think these are red apples. We tried them the first year we had them and they didn't taste very good. Like, they never seem to get very big and they never turn red. So we're assuming there's some kind of red green apple, Granny Smith maybe, or whatnot. But so the big question is our Macintosh doing well? So we're going to take a walk down back, the back 40, as David calls it, even though we're only on 3 acres of property. Hello, girls. Hello. Sorry, no treats. No treats. But we're going to take a walk. Oh, it is, now the sun's coming out a bit. It's beautiful today. These are the days that just, oh, they make you so happy to be alive. You know what I mean? You just wake up and the humidity has broke. There's a little bit of a breeze. The sun is out and it's just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. It's grown in here so bad. Dave and I had such hopes for this, but it takes a lot of money to landscape. Giant hosta that the former owners planted. He loved hostas. They are everywhere. I mean, it's just, we feel like it's such a waste of our property because we don't do anything down here. It's also insanely buggy. Oh, friends, look. It's not dead. It is loaded with apples. Oh, this makes me so happy. It's loaded with them. It's hard to tell because they're still green, so they kind of blend in with the leaves, but trust me when I say they're everywhere. But the deer flies are also down here, so we're not going to stay down here long. But yay, we trimmed it all up, hoping that would help, and I think it did. So this, I believe, is a crabapple tree. It blossoms out like crazy, but we've never seen any apples on it. Last year it had very tiny, like this big, so that's why we thought it was crabapple, but there's nothing on it this year. So we'll have to see. The bugs are horrible. This is why we don't come down here, because they're just so bad. Oh, look. Hello, pretty purple flowers. Beautiful. I mean, I had plans to make this a big, beautiful you know, fruit trees and everything. But again, we need some equipment to come down here and clean it out a bit and do a lot. The orange lilies are blooming. So, whew, I don't like being down here. It is too buggy, and the deer flies are horrible. They just seem to love me. So that's the garden tour for mid-July. Hopefully the next tour, I'll really be out here harvesting a lot of things, and that will be our tour. Oh, deer flies are awful. How is your garden growing? Do you find it stunted from this wacky weird weather again? Plus, when they couldn't see the sun. Plants need sun too, and even though the sun was out, it was blocked quite a bit in June from the smoky skies. So, but it seems to be bouncing back. Hope you liked this video, and I hope you enjoyed the tour. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't already hit subscribe, hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you all soon. God bless.